Välkommen till IFK TV. Idag har vi Ivan Tatomirovic på besök. Välkommen hit Ivan.
Thank you very much.
Let's begin with the last game, 1-1 from Seinäjoki and SJK. What do you say about that game?
It was quite a common thing for us that in the first half we have a bad perform our games, and I think that's also happened in Seinäjoki. So what is the actual reason? Nobody knows, but maybe it's because of traveling, tight schedule. Who knows? But obviously that we start our engines in the second half. In so many games, sometimes we succeed to win or get draw. Sometimes we not, but at the beginning of the game, it's what we need to work on more.
1-1, was that a fair result?
If we say, we can see the chances what they have or what we have, so we can be satisfied with that one. But obviously we put a lot of effort in the second half, so is it deserved or not, we are happy with 1-1 after all.
Okay, there has been quite a lot of injuries during the start of this season. How do you feel the team has coped with that?
A lot of injuries, a lot of guys who are now coming back from the injury, new guys who got injuries, so it's quite difficult because we are a new team now. We have a new players in the back line. Almost everybody except Koila is new, so these things they need a time to get used on your partner in a line or with who you play. So it's quite difficult even for us who are, let's say, experienced players, if we have different players near us or different tactics before the game. We are changing so many formations and tactics, so by now I'm for sure nobody is satisfied with the results, but it will come.
How are your body after the tight schedule that has been now in Veikkausliiga during April and May? It looks like you're getting a few hard hits every game.
Yeah, it is, but that's I'm defender. That's a common thing for us. So I was always a guy who is not complaining if the hits come. So that's not injury for me.
No.
So I'm trying to use all my free time to recover my body. That's the most important for us in this moment because of the schedule, obviously. But I cannot deny that I'm a little bit tired, but we had now plenty of time to recover and prepare for the next game.
Is it a tough job you have?
Yeah, you can say it's a tough, but with a lot of pleasure you get from it. So everybody dream when they are young and to and like to play some kind of sport. Is it football or basketball? It doesn't matter. But we have that opportunity to earn something from the job we love to do. So I can say that it's tough or something like that, but it's more about enjoy and be happy and love your job, what you're doing.
You have now lived in Holland here for 6 months. Is there something special that surprised you on Holland?
But I had a lot of positive things before I came here, but you never know how much is something positive if you don't feel it. And really, I'm surprised how much people wants to help foreigner, especially people from the club, and the city in Holland is perfect, I think, for a family. No big traffic, nobody's in a hurry. Everything is their own place, so I'm really happy to live here and play football here.
Do you now get how things are working in Holland? You feel that?
Yeah, it is quite, I think, common things for the smaller environments in the cities, like in my country. You have some kind of routines when you go to shopping or where, or when you go to parks and stuff. But also it's obviously that a lot of people have their own jobs, so that routines is also included. And I like how what I said already is everything is what is supposed to be, so everything is on their place. So I think that's very important for me because I'm that kind of person.
Yeah. In your career in Finland, you have played for HJK, ROPS, and now IFK. Is it a big difference concerning training schedules and how prepare for games and so on?
Yes, not big differences, but most of the differences in the style of play. Because in ROPS, everything last year was about pressing, totally different things than here. And this is more tactically, that everybody needs to be on their positions to do their own job and quickly adapt on changing the formation. Hoiko was in that time of when I was there, it was more about possession games and fast attacks. Now they change, but in that situation. But preparing and trainings, not so big differences.
The team has mixed a technical, funny but still effective football with some less good parts in many matches. What your experience? What do you feel about the reason for that?
As I said, I think it's very easy to play with somebody when everybody's fit and fresh and ready for their own job. But the main thing is to know somebody who his behavior when he's tired or when he's not fit, or in some difficult situations how his body is going to react. And when you know that, then you can only talk about small things to change in your game. And if you compare our games in the beginning of the season and or in a pre-season, now it's everything about the details, not big things that you need to change, and they are not working with us or something like that. And I think this is a long time process for each team in the world. It's impossible that you change so many players and then you expect that you're gonna win every game, even anywhere, not in Finland, but I mean anywhere. It's tough work, but everybody is they have a desire to work. That's good. That's very positive when you see the desire and all these things that everybody wants to win, and I think it's then coach has easier job to do. But yeah, as I said, the things are developing, but slowly, step by step, baby steps, but it's developing.
Okay. We have noticed that you speak a little bit of Spanish with Julio. Where did you learn that?
That's a funny story. We used to have in my country some TV shows from Spain and South America, and it's more for the grandmothers and moms. But every day it was on, and somehow you woke up one day and then you understand. How is that possible? Even now I understand more than I can speak, but yeah, it's not so difficult if you're listening all day.
Could you say welcome to the game on Saturday in Spanish?
Bienvenido para partida sábado.
I also noticed that you speak and understand Swedish. How much do you know Swedish?
I think it's very poor, but I understand now. I think usual things, daily routines, good morgon and stuff, and hur mår du? Jag mår bra, mycket bra. Some small things, but now these days it was difficult because when I came from Finland, nobody there speaks Swedish, and now everybody speaks Swedish, and a couple of those guys who speaks Finnish now I understand. Now I catch up myself how much I understand Finnish also. It's not in the sentence that I can understand all sentences, but a lot of things I can understand. I can catch up some things what they are talking about. It took me 2 years for Finnish to learn that, but only 5-6 months in Swedish. I think it's more easier to learn.
You say the perfect tjena. Can I hear?
Tjena.
Yeah.
Tjena.
It's like you're never speaking any other language than Swedish when you say tjena.
Yeah, but if you listen that all day, every day, for the past 6 months, couple of times during the day. So.
Yeah. How many languages do you actually speak?
Yes, Serbian, English, but okay, let's say Spanish, but it's not perfect for sure. It's not like English. Understand Spanish. Finnish, no, maybe some kind of basics, and hopefully now I have lessons, Swedish lessons. I'm gonna take more progressive ones now, and hopefully that's gonna be my third language I know perfectly.
Tomorrow, match against FC Inter. What can you say about Inter this season?
Yeah, in the beginning of the season, when in prison we had the cup games, they also changed a lot of players and have more young talented guys, not so many experienced like last years. It looked like they are very compact. United, they're playing offensive and open game, but like us, it happened that in this first 10 games they didn't have results what they had it. Maybe they put a lot of effort for the cup. Let's see, but I expect a very open game in Saturday. Hopefully for the fans, a lot of goals and our win.
How do you think the game will develop?
In the beginning, I expect aggressive start from them, attacking with 2 strikers. But how often our games are going that after 20-30 minutes we are taking everything in our hands and hopefully legs, and we are taking in our own. Of course, to win, but for sure, open game with a lot of chances, with a lot of goals.
How can we get the 3 points from that game tomorrow? What are the key elements, do you think?
I think it's our road to that is second half against Kups and Icicle. I think this is the way how we should act, and just to do whatever coach said, because every time when we didn't win or when we won, that was everything how he said it should be. If we everything do what he said, we're gonna win, that's for sure.
Okej. Hoppas vi ses på Wiklöf Holding Arena imorgon klockan 19 då FC Inter kommer på besök alltså. Thank you Ivan Tatomirovic for visiting us here in IFK TV.
Thank you very much and welcome to the game.